You're talking a little Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, I want to give the future Hall of Famer some love. We talk all the time about Tom Brady, LeBron James, defying Father Time. How about Diana Taurasi, 39 years old, and all she does is go out in a must-win game against Bill Laimbeer's Las Vegas Aces semifinal playoff game. Her team is down 1-0, and she drops a career playoff best 37 points, hits 8 of 11 threes.
Nice. Those
8 threes, the second most in a playoff game in WNBA history. Much love and propers to the great Diana Taurasi.
Great take.
That's
it's a great take, Wild. Broussard.
This one might not be such a great take. You guys remember this video I showed you last week? Bill's Mafia, Baby Mafia, a tradition like no other.
Yes.
Not the baby. Some of you said, careful with the baby. Watch out for the baby. Most of you understandably worried about the baby. Others of you anxious about the table, but mainly the baby. Well, I'm happy to report the baby's fine. The table industry is still upset, but that's not important now. In fact, we just found out this baby was destined for this dumb tradition. What you didn't see was this video from a few months earlier, that baby's gender reveal. This dad, that table, a crowd of friends who had nothing else to do that day than to watch this, and it's a boy.
Oh,
the
man.
tradition continues. Oh, and one camera guy who literally shoots video like my mom does. What is that person doing? You had one job. The Bills are 2-1. They've got the Texans Sunday, so the table industry on full alert, everybody. Table industry.
That baby's got an uphill
This is so
climb
dumb.
headed for.
This is so dumb.
Good luck.
So dumb. Time
It's
now
gonna
for
be a
Draw the
rant
Blank
on social
Sixers
media.
camp.
No, let's let Wild.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
go
so
first.
sorry.
Wait.
Yeah, it didn't.
I gotta do my thing on
no,
librarians
I
and social media.
Yes,
It's okay. It's
so
all right.
excited.
No, social media is now
I'm having
come
quite a
between
show
you and
today.
I, Jenna. It's coming for everybody. So here's the issue with social media. It's divided the country, it's divided families, it's divided friends, and now it's come for the librarians. This was a video posted on June 24th from the San Diego Public Library after the Padres swept the Dodgers. Well, last night the Dodgers beat the Padres. And guess who clapped back? That's right, the Los Angeles Public Library. That's why you don't start celebrating in June. So look, we know that social media is a scourge on the relationships all around the world. And now they've come for librarians. We all just need to delete every single account, because once you have
That's the
divided
right take.
librarians, what else is there?
When the book is written, Wild, about how social media rotted all of our brains, caused the planet to be lit on fire, made us question science, all of it, there will be a chapter about this being the canary in the coal mine. It's like, hey guys, when public libraries were feuding to get Twitter likes, is that maybe the time we should have unplugged the machine? Is that maybe when we should have said, we've all lost our minds? That's a great take, Wild. 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
Love it.
We got public libraries feuding. Meet me in Temecula, LA Public Library. Jesus.
It's a great reference.
Time now for Drawing a Blank. Sixers camp is officially underway, and Sixers drama is officially underway as well. Still no Ben Simmons. He hasn't reported. His co-star, Joel Embiid, getting a little fed up with the situation and a little fed up with Ben at this point. Take a listen.
Our teams have always been built around his needs. So it was kind of surprising to see, what was said. And even going back to, the reason we signed out is, we got rid of Jimmy, which I still think it was a mistake, just to make sure that, he needed the ball in his hands, and, that's the decision they made. Yeah, like I said, it is surprising, but I'm really focused on the guys that are here. The situation is weird, disappointing, borderline kind of disrespectful to all the guys that are out here.
So take a look at the potential fines that Simmons could be facing if he continues to not report. Simmons saw this post on IG and liked it. Weird, but okay. Broussard, Joel Embiid's latest comments on Ben Simmons are blank.
They are the boomerang effect, Jenna, the boomerang effect. And for those that might not know, it's, you put out bad vibes and the bad vibes coming back and get you. And I think Joel Embiid just got fed up. Finally, he's tired of it. He's like, look, I've been saying all the right things publicly. I'm playing Mr. Nice Guy. I'm spouting the company line. We're trying to get Ben back and all that. All right, I apologize for what I said. I think he did. But he did all the right things. And then he's reading about how Ben Simmons doesn't want to play with him anymore. It's not just the franchise. It's you, Joel Embiid. I don't want to play with you, at least according to anonymous sources. And then he and his teammates are rebuffed by one Ben Simmons when they want to go out there to LA, fly out there on their own personal time and make good with him, make nice, beg him to come back. And they're rebuffed. So finally, this has come around to hit Ben Simmons now, the boomerang effect. Because I tell you what, guys, I detect no lies from what Joel Embiid said. And it's got to be painful for the folks in Philadelphia because can you imagine them with Jimmy Butler? They would be on the level of the Milwaukees, the Brooklyns, the Lakers. And it just, I like that Embiid said it. And I think if I'm Philadelphia, I don't know if they'll do this, but I get fed up sometimes with what I think is foolishness. I wouldn't pay Ben Simmons a cent, and I'd say, go stay in LA, go to Australia, wherever you want to go. We'll call you when we got to trade. Wow, it might be a month, it might be a year. We'll call you
It'll be
when we got to trade. And that's the way, you got to just get rid, that's the way to stop the distraction. Because if you play along with we still want him back, he might come, it's going to be a distraction until you trade him. Just cut ties.
Is the boomerang
don't pay
effect
him, send him away.
Amplified in Australia? Is that why we're sending him there? Sorry, never mind.
Possibly.
That's a stupid joke. I did it. Sorry, my apologies. I couldn't resist.
I get it.
All right. So quick story. Not about my life, but a friend's life, because my answer is marriage counseling. So a buddy of mine, he and his wife were on very rocky times. So they went to marriage counseling, and separately and together. And at one point, the marriage counselor said to my buddy, you can either be right or be happy, but not both. And now my buddy in this instance chose to be right and actually got divorced. So that was his choice. It is what it is. Here's why I mention it. Nothing Joel Embiid said is wrong, but saying it out loud is not going to make him happy. It's going to make his life harder. It's going to make trading Ben Simmons harder. It's going to make any chance the Sixers had at repairing the relationship harder. It's going to make the return they get for Ben potentially worse because now the situation has reached an even worse level of DEFCON. And so, listen, Joel, you're not wrong. But sometimes you have to choose. Do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? Joel chose to be right, and now I think he's going to be a little unhappy, Wilds.
That's interesting. My answer is a weird one. It is vegetarian restaurant reservations. And here's why. And first, I'll preface this by saying I am an extreme sort of advocate for players. It's hard to get me to say I disagree with that. You want to do away with the salary cap because it suppresses salaries? I'd be okay with it. You want to put down an edict to say, you know what, everyone's got a no trade clause. You should be in charge of where you go. I'd be okay with it. If you want to do away with the NBA draft and college guys have to match up like how they match up doctors with hospitals when you come out of med school, I would be okay with it. It is hard to be okay with Ben Simmons getting paid $33 million and not showing up at all because he played poorly. And the reason it's vegetarian restaurant reservations is this. Let's say we all went out to dinner and Broussard was a vegetarian, so we pick a vegetarian restaurant. And then Broussard's like, yeah, by the way, guys, I'm not coming. I'm like, well, you know what? We did this whole thing for you. I don't want to be eating fennel. We did it for you. There was other things in place because of you. We got rid of Jimmy Butler because of you. So it's not just a player empowerment in a bubble. There's a domino effect that affects more than Ben Simmons. I think he still should show up. He has to show up. Also, he signed a contract. So I will go to a vegetarian restaurant. I actually like fennel, but you know this.
Just one quick note. If you could please take a screenshot of the screen right now and send it to the Sports Emmys Commission. I don't know if this was a good segment, but no show in sports television history has ever had the words marriage counseling, boomerang, and vegetarian restaurant reservations on the screen at the same time while discussing an upcoming NBA season. We have broken new ground, America. I thought it was great. I hope the audience did too, but it certainly should get some award recognition somewhere, Jenna.